So today we're going to be looking at metric conversions using something called the metric staircase. Now, when we are measuring and looking at these conversions, we are always going to use metrics or SI units. A fun way to remember the metric staircase, which is what we're going to use here, is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, now you are welcome to come up with your own in order to remember what goes on each of these steps, but you don't have to. You can use this one. Okay, this is going to tell you what goes on each step on this metric staircase, or at least the first letter of what prefix is going to go on each step. Okay, so King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk is what you can remember. Because on the first step here, we're going to have K, and then we're going to have H, D for died. King Henry died by, so B, drinking chocolate milk. Now what this is going to do is it's going to help you remember these prefixes. Prefix is something that goes in front of a word. And the three words or base units that we're going to look at, so B stands for base. The three base units are meters, liters, and grams. So if you are measuring the distance or the length, width, or height of something, you're going to use the base unit meters. If you're measuring the volume, especially liquid volume, you're going to use liters. If you're measuring the mass, you're going to use the base unit of grams. Now, these prefixes can go in front of each of these three base units. So your K is going to stand for kilo. So we could say kilometer or kilometer, kiloliter or kilogram. We could also say hectoliter, hectoliter, hectogram. We could say decameter, decaliter, and decagram. Okay, so all of these are prefixes that are going to go in front of one of these base units depending on what you are measuring. Now, as we get down below base, we're going to get in much smaller units here. This first one stands for deci, so decimeter, deciliter, decigram. Centi, so centimeter, centiliter, centigram. And then milli or milli, however you want to say it, it doesn't really matter. You got millimeter, milliliter, or milligram. Okay, so all of these can go in front of the base. And to kind of give you an idea of how big each of these are, so a meter is about 3 feet, or a little bit over 3 feet. A liter, think about half of a 2 liter of pop. And then a gram is 1 paper clip, okay? And if we look at these prefixes, we're actually going in order from the largest all the way down to the smallest. And so a kilo is 1,000, so that would be like 1,000 paper clips. As we go down the staircase, we're going to divide by 10, and that's what makes the metric system a lot easier to convert between than the standard system. So as you go down, you're going to divide by 10. So you've got kilo is 1,000, hecta is 100, deca means 10, base means 1. When you get down here in the decimals, or in the if you get down here at deci, you're going to get into the decimals. And so we're going to say a tenth or 0.1. Centi is going to be a hundredth or 0.01. And milli is going to be 1,000th or 0.001. So as we're going down the metric staircase, we're dividing by 10. So we go up the metric staircase, we're multiplying by 10. So metric units are based on units of 10. Now, what does a metric staircase have to do with converting between these units? Well, this is just an easy way to show you how to do that, okay? So I'm going to draw some arrows on here. Hopefully they look decent. Okay. As we go down the staircase, you're going towards the right-hand side. So if you're going down the staircase, you're going to you're going to move your decimal to the right. If you're going up the staircase, you're going to move your decimal towards the left-hand side. Going up the staircase, you're going to the left. Going down the staircase, you're going towards the right. Okay? So this tells you what direction to move your decimal. So let's look at a few examples. So our first example, you've got 1,276 centimeters, and you're going to look at this very first letter here. So that's centi. We're going from centi to K, which is kilo. So if you go back up to your staircase, you're going to go from centi all the way up to kilo, and you do not count the step that you're on. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to move our decimal 5 places, and since we're going up the staircase, we're going to the left. So since 1,276 is a whole number, our decimal is going to be here at the end of that number, right behind the 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is where we're going to put our decimal. Now that we didn't have a number in front of this 1, so we're going to have to add in a 0. So our new number is going to be decimal 01276. Okay, so 1,276 centimeters is equal to that many kilometers or kilometers. All right, let's look at the next one here. Now, on this one, you notice that you've got DA. DA actually stands for Deca. Deca can be abbreviated DA or DK. I've seen Deca spelled DEKA before as well. So we're going to go with DA on this one. Deci is just a D by itself, but Deca is DA. And then we're going to go from decagrams to grams. So we'll go back to our staircase. Here's Deca. Grams is at base, so it's going right here. So that means we are just moving one step down, which means we're going towards the right. So we're going to move our decimal one place to the right. Now, since this is already a really small number and it's already got a decimal, that's where we're going to start. So you're going to start at that decimal. You're going to go one place to the right. So you're going to move that decimal in between that 4 and 5. So our new number is going to be 4.57. I can't type today. 57. 4.57. Okay, number 3. We are going from millimeters, so look at that first, millimeters to hectometers. So milli to hecta. So going back up to our staircase, we're going to start here at milli. We're going to go up to hecta. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going up the staircase, so we're going towards the left. So 5 places to the left. This is a whole number, so our decimal again is going to be behind the 3 or at the end. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our decimal is now going to go in front of this number. So our new number, we'll put decimal 22893. So again, you're going to start on your staircase, so whichever one you're starting at, whichever one comes first in your problem. Then you're going to go that many steps to what you're converting into, and you do not count the step you're on. Okay, let's look at number 4. Number 4, you're going from centi to liters, and liters is going to be at base. So we're going to start at centi. We're going to go up to liters, so that's going to be 1, 2. Since we're going up the staircase, we're going to the left. So it's 2 places to the left. Your decimal is already here, so that's where you're going to start. So you're going to start here and go 1, 2. You're going to add your decimal there. Now we went one place here, and then another one, and there was not a number, so we're going to put a 0 there. So our new number is going to look like decimal 005. Okay, last but not least, we are going from decigrams not deca. Remember, deca has 2 letters for its abbreviation, DA. We're going from decigrams to hectograms. So I'm going to go back up. We're going from deci to hecta. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're going up the staircase, so we're going to the left. This is a whole number, so our decimal is going to be at the end. We're going to move that 1, 2, 3. So that decimal is going to replace the comma. And our new number is going to be 589.271. So what makes the metric system so easy is the fact that we can draw this metric staircase and just count the steps. If you know at least the first letter that goes on each of these steps, then you're able to convert in between these metric units. So remember, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and you should be able to draw this out. If you ever see a problem like this on an exam, you can draw out your staircase, move your decimal, and you should get it right every single time.